Hey, it's Loveless, and it's time for another lawsuit video. Now, the topic is BLAC CHYNA versus the Kardashians. This lawsuit was actually wrapped up in May, and so we're able to see how things played out. She was suing the entire Kardashian family for $108 million USD for allegedly conspiring with NBC Universal to have a reality show, Rob & China, canceled in 2016. According to ABC News, the reality show was axed midway through filming for the second season after her breakup with Rob in February 2017. In court documents, she filed charges against Kim, Khloe, Kourtney, Kris, and Kylie for defamation, and Rob for assault, battery, and harassment. Sounds like a very bitter, very serious lawsuit between them.
Michael Rhodes, the Kardashian family's lawyer, told the jury on the second day of the trial that a friend who was FaceTiming with Rob saw China hold a gun to Rob's head. The relationship was over at that point. "There is no Rob and China show if there is no Rob and China," he told the jury.
Let's get to the chart. It was made all the way back in April, a month before victory was announced. BLAC CHYNA is the sun in Aries in the 9th house, definitely a firecracker. This is a powerful indication of a strong lawyer and that she does have some power and weight in the world, and in the case of this lawsuit.
In October 2020, a judge rejected the Kardashians' motion to dismiss China's lawsuit. The decision was based on substantial evidence submitted by China in the form of unaired footage, which was meant to be the second season of Rob and China.
The sun, BLAC CHYNA, is joined to the star Alpha-Rats,
known also as head of the Women in Chains. Of the nature of Venus, Alpha-Rats is regarded as an indication of good fortune, wealth, honors, freedom, and love. When well placed, it brings about harmonious relationships and popularity. If close to any of the personal points, then can lead to becoming well known in public.
While the sun in Aries looks promising, she's actually causing damage. The sun is on top of Mercury, and this is a negative indication. Mercury is China's finances, so I believe her incredible legal ambition is actually causing harm to her bag. Speaking of her bag, Mercury, her money, is joined to two Greek lots, which show themes at play: heavy place and investigation. We know that her money is in a heavy place due to the cancellation of her show, and this lawsuit involved an investigation of whether she was owed money. In this chart, we also have the moon conjunct the demon star Algol prominently. The moon here represents how BLAC CHYNA sabotages herself and her vices. This speaks to me of an uncontrollable emotional side, emotions leading to damage, the type of emotions that might make you pull a gun on someone you love. With the moon in the 10th house, the public is aware of this, especially the judge on her case. There are a lot of dark Greek lots which show themes at play, joined to the ascendant. I definitely don't take them all literal, but I get the feeling of a lot of negative energy between the Kardashians and BLAC CHYNA. Year of Death most likely speaks of a great change to her life, and in this case, the conclusion of the lawsuit, the death of the lawsuit. Let's take a look at the Kardashians. They are Saturn and Aquarius in the 7th house, naturally opposed to BLAC CHYNA here, and have been for quite some time, though I think China is the one with the most ill feelings between them. The Kardashians most likely have been the wiser and more reserved in this debacle. They are powerfully situated in the strongest planet in this chart. This isn't a good omen for China, but also not necessarily an indication of a guaranteed win for the Kardashians. It is guaranteed that they are formidable opponents. Saturn is joined to the star Nashira, a star associated with bringing good tidings. In Vanessa Bryant's lawsuit chart, the star was also prominent for her, and she ended up winning the lawsuit hugely. Let's look at the judge and jury, Venus. In the end, the Kardashians won the lawsuit against BLAC CHYNA, and we see that with Venus in the sign of Saturn's, Aquarius. This shows the judge and jury siding with the Kardashians. Venus is moving into Pisces, and concerning the Kardashians, shows a financial benefit coming their way. In this case, it means that the judge decides they keep their money. I mentioned that China did have some validity to her lawsuit, and we see this with her planet, the sun in Aries. This is a dignified position, meaning there is some righteousness here, but not enough apparently to change the outcome.
While the jury found the Kardashians' behavior at times aligned with some of China's claims toward them, It determined their actions did not affect the longevity of China's reality show or her career overall. Michael Rhodes and Michelle Doolin, attorneys for the Kardashians, said in a statement that the jury sent a clear message to Ms. White and her lawyer. I hope they are listening. Justice has prevailed.
The stars agree that she caused misfortune to herself. The moon square Venus here was an unfortunate indication towards a potential victory for BLAC CHYNA. This aspect shows victory sabotaged by out-of-control emotions. As the court decided, the show Rob and China ending was not due to the Kardashians, but because of the toxicity of the relationship itself and China's wild emotions. Mars represents victory for the Kardashians here, and Mars is joining to Saturn, the Kardashians' planet. This is another indication of a win for them, and the aspect itself suggested a win in a few weeks' time. The win was declared 4 weeks after the chart was created. Now, the South Node did fall in their 10th house of victory. I'd normally see that as an indication of a loss, but as you can see, ultimately the judge sided with the Kardashians, trumping this indication. That's my reading on BLAC CHYNA versus the Kardashians. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. Until next time.